Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my very first ever Let's Play. I will be playing the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind, and let's just dive right in here. I do only have one mod installed as the Morrowind overhaul, which some of you may be familiar with. I don't have any other gameplay tweaks or any other mods installed, so without further ado,
They have taken you from the Imperial City's prison, first by carriage and now by boat. To the east, to Morrowind. Fear not, for I am watchful. You have been chosen.
Wake up. We're here. Why are you shaking? Are you okay? Wake up. Stand up. There you go. You were dreaming. What's your name?
okay, well, let's get started here. Name, Serberman.
Well, not even last night's storm could wake you. I heard them say we've reached Morrowind. I'm sure they'll let us go. Quiet. Here comes the guard.
This is where you get off. Come with me.
Okay. Just a little background. I am a college student and love playing video games, and I thought I'd give Let's Playing a try. I was going to stream, but I won't be able to do so until after I move out. My current place of residence, unfortunately, has terrible upload. So,
This is where they want you. Head
that
down to
also
the
means
mountain
that these videos may take a while to be posted, especially considering that they're in 1080p.
You finally arrived, but our records don't show from where.
Alright, what kind of race do we want to play here? Let's see, I was thinking, usually I go with something more warrior type, sword play, things of that nature, but I think this time I might go more for something like magic. Let's see, Breton. Breton's good magic resist, decent shield, and a decent magicka bonus. High elves also have that magicka bonus, but the problem with those are that you have all these weaknesses, unfortunately, which can actually really hurt you later on in the game. There is another option. Let's see. Well, now that I'm looking through the list, I think that Bretons and High Elves are the main magicka focused races. I thought there was another, but it seems like those two are the only ones. Nords, definitely not magic based. Orcs, even more so. Yeah, you know, kind of like a challenge. Let's go with the High Elf. Might have a little problem later with the magic resist, but it's not something we can't deal with. I'm going to be male. This part doesn't really matter as much to me. Probably be wearing a helmet a lot. Some people don't like to wear the helmets. I don't mind. Okay.
Great.
And you'll notice our character height just shot up a little bit there. High elves are taller than the average height. Oh, and I did neglect to mention that I will be playing on the hardest difficulty. I think it will make for some entertaining gameplay, and I will definitely get frustrated, and I may swear a lot,
Head on
so
in.
just be aware.
Ah, yes, we've been expecting you. You'll have to be recorded before you're officially released. There are a few ways we can do this, and the choice is yours.
If you've played Morrowind before, I'm sure you've heard that dialogue many times. I have played Morrowind before. This is not a blind Let's Play. I have played it quite a lot, actually. Let's see. Let's go with magic specialization with intelligence and willpower. You know, we don't need intelligence. We got that magic bonus. Let's do something else. How about... You know what? How about endurance? Let's get that health up as soon as possible. I think that might be an interesting play. Major skills. We're going to go mainly for magic here. We're going to want a lot of destruction. We're going to want some conjuration. I'm not as much into conjuration. Restoration, definitely. Mysticism. Okay, mysticism. Teleportation, telekinesis, manipulation. Okay, illusion. I think illusion might be very valuable. I'm gonna go with illusion. Oh, you know what? Let's go unconventional. Let's go with heavy armor. We'll also put a long blade on. I don't like being completely dependent on magic, and I think heavy armor would present an extra challenge since we don't have very much strength. I think would be interesting. Minor skills, let's go for athletics. This will help us level up slightly. Where are you? There we are. Athletics. Let's go for acrobatics. And I'll explain why I'm doing that soon. It may seem like a strange choice. To those of you who have not played Morrowind before, who played Oblivion or Skyrim, any of these skills here that I pick for my main skills will level up. Whenever I level up those skills, I will gain points towards my next level. And levels are not scaled in Morrowind like they are in Skyrim and Oblivion. That means that enemies don't scale with you. If you enter a dungeon in level 1 that's meant for a level 50 character, you will die with one hit. Same goes the opposite. If you enter a dungeon at level 50 that's meant for a level 2 character, you pretty much have to kill yourself in order to die. I mean, there's really no competition. Let's go for some I'd like to do some speechcraft maybe. Now keep in mind this isn't an optimum build. I'm just doing something interesting that I've never done before, just for my own amusement. So this is not normally how you would create a class. Let's do security is not going to be an issue because since we're a caster, we're going to have spells that will unlock the doors for us. We're not going to have to worry about that as much. So I'm going to pick sneak. And let's pick let's go ahead and pick another magic skill alteration there. So we've got destruction, restoration, illusion, major skills, and we got alteration down here with some stealth and combat skills mixed in, which is okay. I'm just gonna go with a generic name. Never been good at making names, so just go with that. And now we get to pick our astrological sign. Now this is an interesting part of the character creation process. As you can see, there's caveats to some of the more interesting ones. Fortify maximum magicka by twice. I mean, that's good, but unfortunately you won't be able to rest and regain magicka. You have to regain magicka through spell absorption, which means that if someone were to cast a fireball at me, a 100-point fireball, I would absorb 50 points of that. It would go towards my magic and be negated damage-wise, and I would still take 50 points. I'm not a big fan of that. If I'm going to be relying heavily on casting, I'm not going to want to have to tank a lot of spells. Also, high elves, we just saw they have terrible magic resistance, so this would not be a good path for a high elf. The apprentice, more weakness to magicka. We don't need any more than we got. So we're gonna pass on that. The lady, this one is intriguing. Personality is valuable. It can save you a ton of money. It can save you time. Dialogue options and are opened up with certain amounts of disposition in this game, and personality helps you get to those levels of disposition more easily. Fortify endurance, again, endurance is great to have. Every time you level up, a portion of your endurance gets placed into your health. So let's see, the Lord. Okay, really nice restore health here. Slow, but for early game that would be interesting. I'm not a very big fan though. Late game, that's not going to do much for you. Okay, this is really valuable for combat-oriented characters. Agility determines your ability to hit a target. If you played Morrowind before, you may have been frustrated with your inability to actually hit a target, regardless of the fact that your crosshair is directly on it. Well, agility is one of the governing attributes that determines how accurately you hit with your weapon. So, since we're not as combat-oriented, I'm not going to worry too much about agility. We can bring it up later. Mage, I mean, you know, 0.5 times magic for free. Don't get any other benefits, unfortunately. Restore 100 points of health. That's extremely valuable. Early game and late game. And a nice warding spell there. Serpent. Okay. Basically, just a curse. I mean, it's literally just a damaging spell. There's nothing much else to it. Invisibility for 60 seconds. You know, some of these we're not going to worry too much about since we're going to be magic oriented. We're going to be able to cast that for ourselves anyway, regardless of the power. So, fortify speed, 25 points. Speed is very important in Morrowind. You cannot fast travel in Morrowind. There are ways to get around the map more quickly, which we will see shortly. That could be a consideration. Sanctuary, 10 points, makes you harder to hit. Not too worried about that. Tower. Okay. Oh, again, a lock spell, which we'll have later on with our own regular spells anyway, and I'm not too much on the detection, so. The warrior, fortify attack 10 points. Again, we're magic. I'm gonna say we're gonna probably go with the lady. I like the endurance. I like the personality boost. We're gonna go ahead and pick that.
Interesting. Now, before I stamp these papers, make sure this information
Okay.
is correct.
And let's see. Let's just make sure this is correct here, real quick. Okay, it looks like. Oh, look at that endurance, very nice. That'll start to help us the first time we level up. We'll gain 7 health, which is very nice. Okay, you know, those look okay, that's fine. Not too worried. Okay, thank you.
Papers to the captain when you exit to get your release fee.
Now this is a part of the Yes. The animated Morrowind mod that is part of the Morrowind overhaul that I mentioned earlier. I think it adds some character to the game. It places NPCs around various locations, and they'll be doing things like riding, fishing, playing music, things of that nature. So
Take your papers off the table and go see Captain Gravius.
you need to chill out, man. Alright. We're going. Okay. He seems rather upset, so we better leave, but not before I take this limeware platter. Now, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to explain how this works afterwards.
You there!
Continue through to the next
Okay,
building
now what I
across
just did
Telegraph.
was I stole something from the office, and obviously the guard saw me do it and he got upset. Normally you would be fined and your items would be taken from you that you stole. What you can do is take something and then throw it on the ground, and if you do that, the ownership changes to you. So as long as the stolen item is on the ground when the guard talks to you, you can get this slap on the wrist. Since we're still in the tutorial, we don't actually get arrested. He just tells you, you know, this won't be tolerated in Morrowind or whatever. So we can press goodbye, and then we go ahead and casually pick this back up and be on our merry way. And as you can see, it's worth considerable amount of cash, especially for an early game character. Save. Cannot save your game right now. Yes, of course. You should learn how to do combat. Okay, well, we're not gonna worry about combat yet. We're gonna go steal things first. Torches are handy, especially beginning of the game. What else do we have? Anything with a high value to weight ratio is what I'm looking for when I loot. So see, 20 value, 0.1 weight. That's great. You know, it's not really that. Some people don't like to nitpick. I do. I'm sorry if it takes a little longer, but it's just the way I've always done it. And you tend to make a lot more profit this way because you end up carrying out a lot more valuable items than you would if you just picked up everything and then had to set down things because things were getting too heavy, and then you have to go through your inventory and find out what weighs a lot. It's just easier just to cut out the heavy items, go for the light valuable items instead. Okay, let's take all this stuff. Yeah, we'll go ahead and take that. All the silver stuff is decent value. Candlestick. I do have a mod that is part of the overhaul that will allow me to shift click and take an entire stack of an item instead of having to do this like you would with the regular game, which is going to be very convenient for looting. I did not have this on last time I installed the game, and it makes it considerably easier. What I'm going to do with books is, if I know that a book is interesting, I've played through a lot, I've read a lot of the books. If I know a book is interesting, I will read it out loud. If I'm not sure or I can't remember, I will just flip through the pages quickly, so that if you choose to read it, you may pause the video on each page and do so. It looks like this book is just a overview of the astrology that we just selected on our character creation. It's unfortunate they didn't place this book on the table inside the room. That way maybe you could have gotten a little more information. Maybe that was on the dialogue, I just didn't see. Regardless, let's just go ahead and keep looting here. Let's see what's in these baskets. I will get to that chest here in 1 second. Let's see. Okay, everything looks good. Let's go ahead and equip our lockpick here, the clunky inventory of Morrowind. It brings back a lot of nostalgia. There's some gold, 31. Very nice. Go ahead and exit. Okay, now the map menu, right. Normally the game does not look this good. As I stated earlier, I do have the Morrowind overhaul replaces textures, adds some graphical effects, things of that nature. Ooh, Ring of Healing, which is going to disappear and reappear from our inventory several times while we're here.
Your papers, please.
Okay, press this. Okay. There is another thing I can try to steal here that will make my life easier, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be quick enough. The faster your computer is, the less likely you are to pull this off. So we'll just see if I can time it right. I was able to time it correctly. Now I'm going to put this down here. And he's going to get upset, just like the limeware platter trick that we did earlier. And I will show you what that opens here shortly. And we're going to go ahead and talk to him about our duties. Okay, first, let me take your identification papers. Thank you. Word of your arrival only reached me yesterday. I am Solus Gravius, but my background is not important. I am here to welcome you to Morrowind. Okay, let's get some background on that. Yes, you're in Morrowind. Don't know why you're here or why you were released from prison and shipped here, but your authorization comes directly from Emperor Uriel Septim VII himself, and I don't need to know any more than that. When you leave this office, you're free, but before you go, I have instructions on your duties. Okay, we need to see what that's about. This package came with the news of your arrival. You're to take it to Caius Casadus, however you want to pronounce it. I'm not going to look it up. I'm just going to say Casadus because that's what I've always said all the way back to when I played this in middle school, so that's the way I'm going to say it. If it bothers you a lot, you can post a comment. Okay, and he's in the town of Balmora. Go to the Southwall Corner Club and ask for Caius Casadus. They'll know where to find him. Serve him as you would serve the Emperor himself. Also have a letter for you and a dispersal to your name. So we got all these things from Celis here. And I think he's kind of unaware we just stole the key, but we'll just go ahead and leave before he finds out. Okay, and we have our journal now, which is a very, very interesting system. It's not, I would say it's not as nearly as intuitive as Oblivion or Skyrim quest logging system, but it is charmingly clunky. I do like the idea of the journal. I think it's neat. Doesn't bother me at all. Alright, and here we are. And we're free to do whatever we like. I'm going to quick save. Save often in Morrowind, especially if you're running mods and a recording at the same time. CPU skips a beat, you will be crashed to desktop in no time. It is an old program. It is a lot more stable than it used to be. Community patches that I've installed have fixed some of the more frequent crashes that occur. Okay, first thing we're going to do is talk to this man here, Fargoth. And are you the one the boat dropped off? Odd to see a boat arrive that time of day. Hope the Imperials treated you okay. I swear they took my ring. Okay, we're gonna ask about that. I swear one of the guards has it. I had it last week before their weekly Let's Shake Down Fargoth ritual. An engraved ring of healing. Family heirloom of mine. You haven't seen it, have you? Yes, we have. And a lot of people would be unwilling to part with it, but honestly, it's a piece of crap, and it's not worth much, so who cares? And we're gonna get it back anyway, so spoilers. You found it, amazing. Thank you. You're my favorite friend. I'll be sure to tell the others, especially my friend Ariel. Now this is why we did this. Ariel is the owner of the trade store here in Seydanim. The higher the disposition of a merchant, the more you can sell your items for, and the lower you can buy items for. And Ariel, this gentleman right here, he should have 100 disposition. Yes, I'm correct.
It's really no trouble at all.
Well, I'm glad you're not troubled by my patronage, sir. So he has 100 disposition. This means that I can sell things to him for a higher price than I would normally be able to. I do, as part of the Morrowind overhaul, I do have installed a tweak that some of you may be familiar with, the glitch where you, I'm not sure if it's a glitch or if it's intended, but you make an offer the merchant refuses, which lowers their disposition, which is this number right here. And if you stop talking to them and then reinitiate dialogue, their disposition goes back to where it was before you did all your shenanigans. So I have a tweak that stops that. So if I take his disposition down to 50, trying to use a trick, etc., it will stay at 50. So I need to be careful on this playthrough. I'm used to, there is a trick where you can spam the offer button and they'll usually accept after a while, but I'm not going to use that. There are some merchants that will buy items at full price. Creeper is the one that is the most well known. There is also a Mudcrab merchant, which we may seek out later, but for now we're just going to use the regular merchants. Okay, so let's see what we have to sell. Okay, I messed up. Some of you may have caught this while I was doing it. Since I did the second key stealing trick that you saw here to get this trade house key, when Celis reinitiated the slap on the wrist dialogue that I had with First Guard, he took all the stuff that I stole from the previous room, and I forgot to remove those from my inventory, but that's okay. I'm just gonna move on. There's no going back now anyway. So let's see what we had to sell. We can sell the Flynn. For some reason he didn't take the candlesticks or the buck, which were some of the most valuable items there. And we'll sell that limeware platter. Now I can barter with him. 495, since his disposition is 100 and my mercantile skill should be okay, we'll go up to 520 and make an offer, and he accepted that offer. Now if you look, you see that his gold went down. He started at 800, but if I sleep for 24 hours, I'm sorry, wait for 24 hours. You're not allowed to sleep inside of town. You'll see that his gold is back up to 800 right there. So it takes 24 hours for the merchants to restock their gold. Okay. I'm gonna equip that. Oops. Alright. Okay, we'll just take off our pants instead. That's fine. Sorry about that, sir. And we'll just put our pants back on there. We didn't mean anything by that. I'm not trying to suggest anything there. Let's see if there's anything around here. There's some nice Cyrodiilic brandy. Unfortunately, I cannot steal it yet. Sneaking is not great. Nor can I steal this gold. I will talk to Hurskar here, though. Hurskar is not a pleasant fellow. You look like you'd use a friend, Outlander. Perhaps I can be your friend. I'd like you to help me recover some gold. That's right. See, I had a bad run of luck playing 9 holes, and I lost a bit of money. Normally, I'd be fine. We can usually keep some gold in our pockets just from the money the locals pay us for protection. Yeah, see what I mean? But I know some of them are holding out on me, especially that little fetcher Fargoth. He's come up light on the past couple of weeks when I've shaken him down. I know that he's stashing it somewhere. I'd like you to find Fargoth's hiding place. I know the little fetcher's got one somewhere in town, just not sure where. Okay, so he wants us to find Fargoth's hiding place. We will do it. Here's what I want you to do. I'm not sure where he goes, but I know he wanders around at night, watches movements. The best vantage point is on top of the lighthouse south of town. Okay. That will give you a nice view of State of Neen. If you keep an eye out on where he goes, I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out. Okay. So, it's not nearly nighttime yet. Is it me, or is my character really fast? Okay, definitely not. Quick save again. You will see me save a lot. I've learned my lesson too many times not to. I think I have this running pretty stable. My CPU's thrashing quite a bit, but I think we'll be alright. Let's see. Now what I'm going to do is... You can see right here, there's some goodies. Some of you may know about these freebies. They're scattered around Satan. There are more. Fortunately, my acrobatics is nothing to... Oh, oops. I do have the toggle sneak part of the Morrowind overhaul is on as well, which those of you who played Morrowind know that that is extremely helpful because holding down the sneak button can get really tiring after a while. Okay, and there's another freebie right here in this stump. This is the shard axe. If I can actually get it. There we go. I always get these. They're worth, I think shard axe is worth 100. Yes, 100. It's free money. Why not? You know. And if you want, you can also use that to go inside an ancestral tomb. But for now, you know, I'm just gonna sell it. It's not that great in my skills in Longblade anyway. Let's see. Yes, Longblade 30. So I don't have much faith in my proficiency with a battle axe at the moment. I'm gonna go ahead and pawn that off to Tarhiel. Go ahead and barter. Okay, so we got the cup. We got the shard axe. We'll try to get 72. Okay. Oh wow, really? Okay, so you can see we didn't really piss him off too much. Still 100 disposition. It's not a big deal. The characters do look very good. There is a subtle depth of field effect. I don't think it's very... I think it looks nice. I don't think it makes it look too bad. I like it. What is this? Trade house notice. Okay. Okay, so apparently this is Ariel's license for his trade house. And for those of you who want to read all of this red tape, I will scroll through this for you. You may pause the video if you wish to read. Okay, and it's signed by a bunch of, I assume, politicians, part of the governing body. I don't know who those people are, but, okay. Things seems to be in order. Let's just, go off in this direction here slightly. There are these abominable creatures that inhabit the water called slaughterfish. You will see me rage over them. There will be curses flying from my mouth, I'm sure, once I encounter them, especially on hard difficulty, because they will basically stop you from moving in the water and just hit you until you're dead. And it's extremely frustrating. I have my dagger, so you better watch it, buddy. Okay, that's a scrib. That is... Oh, okay, that's not a scrib. That is a... What are those things called? Okay, we're going to have to kill it. Okay, yeah. Quama Forager. Okay, those are hostile, but the scribs that you see here, these are passive. They will not attack unless attacked first. Now, some of you that are experienced in the game might know what I'm doing out here. I'm looking for a corpse. The corpse of a man, a tax collector. Where are you? It's very hard to see. The grass is not normally here. It's part of the Morrowind overhaul mod. So, unfortunately, it's very hard to find things that are inside it. And you basically just have to move your cursor over it. Some of you might know exactly where this is. I do not. I know vaguely. Let's see. Wow, this is extremely frustrating. Ah, there he is. That's who I'm looking for. So we get common. You know, those common clothes look better than mine, so I'm. Oh, sorry there, man. I'm just gonna take your clothes. Sorry about that. Okay, so those of you who are wondering, I picked up this, I believe. Yes, it's for Mage's Quest, Mage's Guild quest later, and so are these two. I need another one called. Let's see, Violet. I need a one that starts with Violet. I forgot the whole name. And once I have those 4 items, I will be good to go for the first Mage's Guild quest, which will save me some time. I will say that my style of play for this game especially is very slow. So I will take time to do things that are not part of the main quest. I intend on taking my time and just playing through the game the way I want to play through. I'm not going to rush anything. So for those of you like that kind of gameplay, you might want to stick around. Okay, so we're just going to report this to the local man in charge, and we'll see what he has to say. Oh, there's our last ingredient. We'll see what he has to say about the issue. I'm pretty sure that Imperials don't take murder lightly, especially of government officials, so this will be very interesting. Okay, let's come back to you. Okay, we're gonna report the murder. Murdered, what a waste. Processes. Really? Okay. Was a good man. I'd been wondering why he hadn't heard. We hadn't heard from him in a few days. Still there. These are dangerous times we live in. Okay. Did you find the tax money you collected? I'd hate to be so callous, but I have a job to do. Yes, I found 200 septums. You did? How odd that he was murdered but not robbed. He has a point. Your honesty is appreciated, I can tell you that. I won't forget this. In fact, if you're looking for some money for yourself, I'd like to see the murder of processes punished. Murderer, excuse me. Lack of sleep. Killing an emperor's tax collector is punishable by death. Okay, so find his murderer, bring him to justice, and the census office will pay you 500 septums. Okay, sounds like a plan.
I must be going, so if you can make it quick.
That sounds good. Let's just go ahead and take a look at the document that I picked up here. Okay, looks like pretty much everyone's paid except for Eldafire, Fargoth, big surprise, Fine Mouth, okay, and Foreign Gilneth, 225 drakes. Might want to start looking there. It's just a hunch. Let's go ahead and find out where he lives. Pay him a visit, and we'll just ask him. I'll ask him what's going on. You there? Okay, someone finally got him, huh? Well, apparently he had it coming, so well, it's no surprise, I suppose. No one likes a tax collector, especially one who flaunts his wealth while taking our hard-earned cash. The only one who could stomach him was Tarhiel over at the lighthouse. Okay, seems like a nice woman. Okay, we're gonna go pay her a visit and see what she has to say about the matter. Although, pretty sure we know who it was, we're not gonna rush into things here. It's a very serious crime. Okay, murder of Process Vitalis. Okay, no, tell me it's not so. It is. He was the gentlest man I've ever met. He and I had become so close in the past few months, I don't know what I would do without him. I've only seen him get angry once or twice. Okay. Well, not angry. I saw him arguing once with, guess who? Foreign Gilneth about his taxes. It's no surprise he owed like $225. So, okay, he thought Processus had been levying too much and skimming off the top. Ridiculous. Processus would not have done such a thing. I'm sure. Please find out what happened, friend, and if you find out what became of Processus' ring, it would ease my heart. Okay. The thing about Elder Scrolls in Morrowind is the E's and the C's sometimes look the same, which is unfortunate, especially on high resolution. Okay, I gave him the ring very months ago. Okay, well, she's worried about collecting valuables, and I'm trying to solve her murder, so I wish you'd take yourself more seriously. Let's see. You know what? This is her karma for being so worried about jewelry. I'm gonna steal her stuff. And if you wish to read this, you may do so. I'm going to steal it. What time is it? It is 2 p.m. We're going to go ahead and look for our friend Fargoth here. We're going to wait out on this cold balcony and catch pneumonia for approximately 9 hours. Let's do that. And we got that nice auto save there. Let's go ahead and quick save as well. I don't like not saving, it's bad. Okay, now we watch. Oh, look at him, there he is. Looks like he's up to no good. While we're waiting, I would like to note that I do normally have classes during the day. So a lot of times I will be recording these late at night, which also means that I have to talk in a quiet tone of voice because my family, who I'm living with my last year of college, they're right below this room is their sleeping area as well. So basically, sometimes I might have a very quiet tone of voice. I really can't do anything about that. I will reduce the game volume to compensate for that when that happens. Okay, it looks like he's gone to a pond. And if you can't see because the video is too dark, I do apologize, but it looks like he went to a pond in this area and he's sneaking off again. I think the quality of the video is good. I think you should be able to see. I'm anxious to try to see for myself if after I upload to YouTube does run it through their own compression, which unfortunately does reduce the quality significantly, but we'll see if that is able to be seen on the video. And I'll use that as a gauge to see whether or not I need to brighten them up in the future. Hopefully not. I think brightening the game does take away from the game, especially in the darker dungeons where you need to have light. I think it is important that you play the game as it was intended, which means that you need a light source. Okay, looks like we found his stat. Ooh, 300 gold, the lockpick, and ring of healing. We're just gonna go ahead and casually take those and leave. We're not gonna bother giving them to Riskar because honestly, he's not a man of moral standing anyway, so he deserves it. We're just gonna leave. However, we do need to find out about the murder, so we're gonna go ahead and wait again. We're gonna quick save again. And I may have quick saved prematurely, but we'll see. And we'll go ahead and talk to Gilneth about this murder. Go ahead and save again, why not? Okay, let's see. Let's prepare ourselves for combat. We have Firebite, we have Tarhiel, so let's go ahead and put Firebite in slot 1. And we'll put Hearth Heal in slot 2. And we'll go ahead and put the Sanctuary in slot 3. And we'll put, won't be using Committing that much. We'll just go ahead and select it when we need it. Now I do need to remember that I also have ooh, I do not have powers. Glad I checked on that. Okay. So I just need to be aware of that as well, so I don't have any shields or anything to fall back on. Okay, let's go. You there. The murder of Processus Vitellius. That fetcher, you're damn right I did him in, and a good thing too. He was skimming a load of money from all of us honest people, overcharging us on our taxes and keeping the difference for himself. He was always flaunting his money around, showing off new clothes and jewels, so I killed the bastard and left his body out there to rot, with all of his ill-begotten gold still on him. Well, you know what? That is no excuse for murder. This is true. So,
I have you.
well, we'll see about that. But anyway, you're one of them, huh? Come to kill me. Well, give it your best shot, High Elf. I have no problem spilling more blood of the Emperor's lackeys. Well, okay. If you want to go name-calling, that is up to you, sir. But I will be burning you with Firebite. Okay, I need to be really careful. That's not good. I need to be careful to not let him take my fatigue all the way down, because he will start to damage me if that happens, which is not good. This is deceptively easy. If you were a combat-oriented character, this fight would not be so easy. Okay, that went rather well. I am very happy with that. Let's go ahead and test our, shift click there is much easier than going through the menu. We'll go ahead and dispose of his corpse. I don't want his stuff hanging out here. Go ahead and take all of this, because this is our new home. This is going to be our temporary base of operations. I'll go ahead and wear these clothes. It looks okay. There, that looks even better. Alright. So we're gonna probably sell most of this. Not gonna worry about it. I'm gonna store the ring. I'm not going to give the ring back yet. You know what? We made out pretty well in the beginning. We'll be a good citizen. We gotta. Ooh, there we go. Mercantile increase. I'll just flip through this real quick for those of you who want to read it. We'll be a good citizen for once and return the ring. She seemed like she was mildly upset, so she might appreciate that a little bit. Let's see if he has anything else of value before we go running off here. Okay, we will take that. There's so many things to do right here in State of Neen at the beginning of the game, and a lot of people will just pass it up. There's a lot of opportunity to make money. There's a lot of opportunity to get items as well. Let's go ahead and rest until healed. Go ahead and heal up there. Go ahead and quick save. That was good. That was a good fight. That was a really easy fight. Let me make sure the difficulty's still up, which it should be. Yes, it is on 100. There's nothing to sneeze at. That was just very, very easy for some reason. Okay, since it's dark out, I'm going to go ahead and sell some of these items to Aril. And I'm going to go raid the trade house with the key that we stole from the office of Solus Gravius, which was the Imperial gentleman we talked to at the last part of the tutorial. Let's go ahead and sell the wraiths. Let's see how much gold. Yes, he has plenty of gold, so we can go ahead and start selling these. Dance in the fire. Let's go ahead and sell the engraved ring of healing. It's not, doesn't do that much, honestly. Shoes actually weigh a lot. Found this out last time I played through. I forgot about that. So, oh yeah, I forgot the I need to start using the shift click. or else I'll never learn. Go ahead and sell that tankard. Okay, so sold pretty much everything that we're gonna sell. Let's go ahead and try to get 365 out of that. Looks like he accepted the offer. We're gonna go ahead and store some of these things that I know we're not gonna be using for a while in our chest here, so we don't have to worry about them weight-wise. Our strength is extremely low. I think we have 30, so we can only carry 150 pounds, which in this game is not very much. You can get overburdened very quickly. Go ahead and store the tax record. Won't be needing that. Won't be needing the directions. I know where to go. Won't be needing Riskar note. Lockpicks we'll keep for now. We will place this ring in here until we are able to enchant, which will be a while. Let's go ahead and raid that freight house. Worked so hard to get that key. There we go. Now we need to be careful here because that gentleman will not like it if he sees us snooping around. Again, I'm looking for a high value to weight ratio. I don't really care about taking everything. Okay, that's good stuff though. Imperial stuff's always nice to take. It's pretty valuable. Moon sugar is extremely valuable. I always take moon sugar. And it's not valuable. Let's go ahead and take scuttle. Decent price. Let's see. The iron stuff, honestly, I'm not gonna bother. It just weighs too much. And first stuff is the same. Go ahead and take that scuttle. If I have weight left over after I go upstairs, I will come back and get that and sell it. But right now, I just want to get all the valuables and items that weigh less. Okay, go ahead and take that. Honestly, this method probably isn't efficient, but it's the way I play. It's the way I've always played, so I'm not going to change my ways now. Need to watch that icon in the lower left down here. It tells me that I cannot be seen while I'm stealing. Okay, looks like we're good down here. Let's move upstairs. There's going to be lots of goodies. Ooh, that is not good. Okay. Be lots of goodies up here. Look at that. Nice. Yep, see, already over encumbered by 9 pounds. I'm just going to put these shields back for now. Go ahead and take that moon sugar, though. And that moon sugar. Okay. I'm going to take all those arrows. Arrows are not worth a lot by themselves, but you can see they're worth 1 apiece, and there's 250 of them, so it's worth quite a bit of money altogether. Okay, we got soul gems, gold, more gold, skooma, which is extremely valuable, but it can't be bought by every merchant. I will demonstrate this shortly. More scuttle. What's this? Sultrus. Okay. Okay, how much weight do I have? Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and run. Ooh, that was almost bad. Okay. I'd also like to mention that this first part of this Let's Play might be unedited, which means if I choose to get up and get a drink or something like that, I usually marathon for a long session, so I do get up and get a drink once in a while. If I do that, then I probably won't edit it out, but I will be quick. My Sony Vegas is not installed. I'm on a new reformat, so as soon as I get that installed, I will be able to cut that stuff out. Okay, this is Guide to Vvardenfell. I'm not going to read this. It is extremely long. I'm going to quickly scroll through for those of you who wish to pause the video. Even scrolling through this takes a very long time. I had a trial run of this Let's Play a couple weeks ago that I scrapped because of some technical difficulties, and I remember this taking forever to scroll through. Okay, I'm not gonna take that. Now, if you have illicit substances in your inventory, that means any kind of illegal drugs like skooma, moon sugar, are the two illegal drugs. If you try to talk to a merchant and barter with him, he will say you have to get rid of item if you want any services from me. I don't want any trouble. So what we have to do is we have to put down, we don't have to get rid of it, we just have to put down our illicit substances for now. And as soon as we're done trading, we'll pick those right back up and leave. And as you can see, he is more than willing to barter now. Although he does have only 400 gold, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and sell what I can, I guess. I'm going to keep that broadsword, that is nice. Imperial chain. Yeah, I'd like to keep a cuirass to wear for now. I won't be able to afford to wear the rest of the armor simply because I cannot spare the weight. I can only carry 150 pounds, so let's see, Willow Anther. Okay, so we have and a bunch of scuttle. Okay, see, I've already went over my limit, so I'm going to take the scuttle away. Wow, look at that. Almost 250 gold worth of scuttle alone. People underestimate the value of ingredients. They can be extremely valuable. We'll go ahead and get our money for that, and then we'll rest 24 hours. And he will magically have gotten a lot of business, and he should have a lot of gold. Yep, there we go. So we'll go ahead and sell the scuttle. We have our armor. We have our sword, which is all we need at the moment. Let's go ahead and sell our scuttle. And we'll go ahead and put on this armor and our sword. That doesn't look half bad, actually. It's okay. 42 pounds out of 150. Not bad. We'll go ahead and grab those shields. And I probably will grab the iron stuff that I saw in the basement as well. Or in the first floor. Oh, no I won't, because that guy is standing right there. So what I'm going to do is just go... I did this last time too, and I almost fell off and died. Let's go ahead and grab our arrows and our shield, which weigh quite a bit. And we'll leave. And as you can see... Ooh, it's raining. As you can see, when you pick up heavy items, your speed decreases. According to how much of a percentage you're burdened, basically. So... if you got a ton of loot on you and you're trying to exit a dungeon and something's chasing you, you're probably not going to get away unless you have really good speed, because all of the items, or all of your loot's bogging you down, which has happened to me before, more than once. Our items are still here. Okay, let's go ahead and sell these 2 items. Yeah, there we go. We got a nice, another 238 out of those. Go ahead and offer that up. Ooh, really? There we go. See, our disposition towards him is still 100, so it doesn't really punish you too bad if you don't spam the offer button. You can still get away with a couple of refusals before the disposition starts to lower. We're getting close to the end of things to do in Seydanin. I will be going down the coast, and we're going to explore a slight amount, because I am aware that there is an item that a lot of you probably anticipating that I will be getting, especially since I'm a caster. It's extremely easy to get. We'll be visiting that particular location. Let me get some light up here so you can... Oh, see, I don't have any light, so... I'm gonna go see if Ariel offers any light spells here at the trade house, and if not, I'll probably be going to... I'll probably be waiting until daylight. I need a light spell anyway, so I might as well look. I can't remember what he offers. Oh. Okay, you'll have to get rid of the moon sugar. You have to get rid of that moon sugar before you can. Yes, we know. Okay. Spells. Let's see what you got. Okay, so he has no light spell. Is there a way to close the dialogue box? Nope. Okay. So we're just gonna go ahead and leave and wait until 9. Hope we don't catch hypothermia. Okay, we're good to go. Very nice sun rays there. For those of you who want to know how to install the Morrowind overhaul that will get you all these, all this eye candy, I do have a video up that runs you through my installation. It's on my video. It should be on my videos page. It should be my first upload on this account. And very soon, we're going to run into a certain fellow who's very interesting. I thought that should have happened by now. Oh, there he is. Oh, that sucks. And let's see. Okay, first, Journal of Tarhiel. I believe I may have found the correct formula for the spell I am developing. With it, I'll be able to travel great distances without the need to pay others for the service. If all goes well, I will test out the new spell tomorrow. I believe I worked out all the possible complications. It will allow me to leap great distances, covering many hundreds of miles. Never before has one been able to travel in this manner, vaulting from the ground, sailing through the sky, all without that terrible disorientation of a spell of flying. See, that's interesting because there is no actual spell of flying in the game. There's levitation, but maybe that's what he meant. The time is almost upon me. My research is finished, and all of my calculations are checked and rechecked. They laughed at me when I suggested this. We'll see who laughs after I leap from the top of their towers and scream out my success. Well, there's nothing I need to say more about that. Okay, check this out. Fortify acrobatics 1,000 points for 7 seconds. We're just gonna find out what that does real quick for those of you who are curious. Here we go. There you have it. So when I was a new player, I did try it. I don't know why. I saw what happened to the guy and I still tried it, and same thing happened. It was quite hilarious though. I think there is a way to get around it if you're fast. What we can do is cast it and jump. And you can see in the lower right hand corner the effect will dissipate there, so I no longer have that acrobatics bonus. Right before I hit the ground, I cast it again, and what it does is it fortifies my acrobatics 1,000 points again, and that breaks my fall. Therefore, I don't take damage. But we're going to go ahead and reload the game. It's a really neat distraction. A lot of times people don't show you what happens. I've seen some Let's Plays, and I figured I'd just go ahead and show you what happened if you went in and casted that. There's an interesting ancestral tomb nearby I'm going to visit. It is the location of a very nice item. It's called the Mentor Ring. even on non-casting characters, I always get this item. It's a very good ring. It has constant effects, bonuses. I just want to say that water looks very nice. And it's really hard to say, but I think that in some aspects, this Morrowind Overhaul mod brings the graphics up to a whole different level. It's definitely on the level of Oblivion at least, if not some aspects of it are even, I think, more good looking than Oblivion, such as the water, and the sun rays, and the textures are very nice as well, very sharp. Okay, now we're going to save. And we're going to look at our spells. Here we got Firebite, Hearthheal, Sanctuary, and I think those are the only ones I've assigned to keys. So what we're going to do is start out with Firebite. And we'll go ahead and rest until heal, just so our fatigue is up to speed here, and we can go ahead and walk through. This chance you have of casting a spell is based on your fatigue. So if you have low fatigue, then you have a smaller chance of casting your spell. This is Daedric writings. There is a key online. You can translate this. Some people know how to do it in their head. I do not. I'm not that hardcore, but there is a way you can read those. Okay. Oh, and we have our first enemies here. And we'll go ahead and, since he's ranged, we'll just run up to him and start spamming. Okay, he's down. Going Ancestral Ghost, which is not too hard to defeat there. Okay. I think the armor helped slightly. We'll go ahead and take those iron arrows. It's like 50 gold there. Bow is 50 gold, 8 weight. Sure, we'll go ahead and take that as well. No ectoplasm. Let's go ahead and see what's in this chest. Oh, unfortunate. Ooh, Scroll of Hellfire. This is very, very fun. I will be using that later. And we'll see what we have here. Ooh, everyone was outside. Interesting. Now, what's interesting is last time I played through this, there was a Bone Walker in here. So that just tells me that the enemies aren't necessarily always the same, which is neat. Okay. Some of you might be aware that there is a trap on this urn. I have an option selected in the Morrowind graphics overhaul, which also happens to have a lot of tweaks for gameplay, where the trap icon, or the trap notification, the thing that tells you there's a trap, it's not present unless you have a certain amount of security, or I think it may be security or intelligence. It's one of those. If you have a high enough security or intelligence, it will tell you that there's a trap, but if you don't, then it won't tell you. So I do know there's a trap there. I know this, so I'm going to quick save. And keep in mind, we are high elf, so we do have these weaknesses to magicka, which means I'm going to have to pull out a Hearthheal just as a precaution. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to open this, and we're going to cast Hearthheal immediately. I'm not sure I'm going to survive this. There we go, we barely survived. It's a good way to survive traps. It won't work all the time. Some of the traps are higher level, and they will just insta-kill you if you don't have a powerful heal. Mentor's Ring, this is what I was talking about here. Check this out. It's worth 8,000 gold. Fortify Intelligence and Willpower, 10 points constant effect. See, this is what I like about Morrowind. You can go and get these items immediately. They're not leveled loot. They're always here. You can get them at level 1, you can get them at level 100. Doesn't matter. They're good. They never change stats. The stats are static. Unlike Oblivion, if you were level 95 and you found this, it might be level, or 15 points instead of 10. It's always the same. Which is a two-way street. If you find this when you're level 100, it might not be that good. Right now it's amazing. On the other hand, you can find some items that are legendary, really, really good items at level 10 that are meant for higher levels if you know how to get around it. And that can really help you, especially in a hard playthrough of the game like we're doing right now. Getting these type of items early is really beneficial. Okay, we got a key to the chest. I'm gonna leave the ashes here. I believe it is a quest item, and I don't want to interfere with a future quest. I will forget that I picked them up, and I will be searching everywhere for them, so I'm just gonna leave them. And we unlock the chest. Let's see what we have here. Common amulet and a ring. It's unfortunate. I was hoping for something a little more than that. But that's okay. We got what we came for, and we're out of here. Go ahead and quick save since we were able to survive the trap. We don't want to get one-shotted outside the door by an enemy and then be frustrated because we didn't save. There hasn't really been that much of a challenge yet, considering the difficulty. Again, I left all the combat mechanics in. I didn't select anything in the Morrowind overhaul that would have made the game easier. On the contrary, I selected a lot of things that are going to make the game harder. There was an option for quick cast where you don't have to ready your magic hands. All you have to do is press the button and it'll instantly cast. I chose not to enable that. I think the clunky magic system is interesting and it adds difficulty to the game, so I'm definitely leaving that on. Oh, and we have a visitor. Go ahead and take care of that. Okay, again, not too difficult yet. Casters are very powerful in this area. This is the beginning area of the game. Magic will not be as effective on some enemies. I will try to demonstrate this here in a minute. There is another cave I want to visit before we leave Satan. That has some interesting loot. For now, we're going to drop off some of our items. Nice shoes. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna go sell. Definitely selling that spark sword. We're gonna go back to Ariel and Ariel, however you pronounce it, and we're gonna go sell some of these items. Salt Strider. That's what we'll use to transport ourselves to Balmora. It is the main mode of travel in the game, along with boats. There's no fast travel via the map. That is not in this game. So you have to hoof it, so to say. Which is why some people think speed is very important, and that's why the steed is much more valuable in this game than it is in Oblivion. Let's see. Moon Sugar, I keep forgetting. I wish I could close the dialogue with a shortcut, but okay, hello there. Let's see. Go ahead and put all of our drugs on the table for him to see. And apparently he doesn't care as long as we're not holding it. Some kind of law loophole, maybe. Let's go ahead and sell these. I'm not a big fan of the Colovian fur helm. Already up to 125. I'm going to go ahead and sell this because I'll never use it. That can come in handy, however. And we'll go ahead and call it there. Try to get up to 195. Yes, and there our mercantile skill has gone up a bit. Go ahead and quick save, and we'll go ahead and drop some of these items off. I like to collect some items during the game. some of the items that I do collect are the scrolls of Carrion Flight, so I will be keeping those. We'll go ahead and put all of our keys in here for now. We don't need to be carrying those around. I would like to get the keyring mod, which is an excellent mod that combines all of your keys into the item called the keyring, and it just takes up one inventory slot, so you don't have to worry about keys taking up half your inventory screen, which is nice later on in the game. I may add that later. It doesn't affect gameplay in any way other than that. Okay. Go ahead and close that. Exit.
Go ahead.
At this point, there is only one more thing I want to do here, and that is to go to a certain cave that is nearby. And we'll go exploring here. This will be our first smuggler's cave of the playthrough. It is not very far. It should be right over this rock. There's the entrance right there. And we're gonna go ahead and rest once we get in here, just to make sure we're ready for the fight. Okay. Now, rest, of course. Oh, enemies are nearby. Really? Maybe I can rest outside? Yes, I can. Okay. Loopholes, people, loopholes. Okay. Triple save, the old triple save, paranoid save, and then we're ready to go. Let's go ahead and start preparing ourselves. We'll get that fire bite ready. I hope it works, because if not, I am screwed royal. Okay, let's go ahead and, ooh, seems to not be doing as much damage as I've hoped. And I'm dead. So, what happened there was that I'm in a higher level dungeon now. It's not going to be a cakewalk anymore. I'm going to give it another shot. If it doesn't work this time, I'm going to change my strategy. I might go ahead and cast Sanctuary as well. Make it a little harder for her to hit me this time. Let's go ahead and cast that Sanctuary. Let's go ahead and cast some Fire Bite at her again, and then we'll see if we can't heal ourselves if we get hit. We are taking her down quite nicely. Ooh, see, that hurt. Okay, one more hit should do it, and she's down. That was still close. Go ahead and heal. Okay, now, let's see what she had. It's gold, that is a slave key, and common black pants. I'll go and wear those. Looks okay. Not gonna worry about boots. Go ahead and quick save. And let's see, we used half of our magic. Alright, I forgot our run was off. Okay, he's already seen us, so I'm gonna activate Fire Bite here, and we'll just wait upstairs until he gets here. Now this is a caster, and I am weak to magic, so I need to be careful. It's hard for me to see. Yeah, see, I got absolutely destroyed there. You know, I might need a ranged spell before I do this, which is a shame, but I don't think I can do it with a non-ranged spell. He's just too much to handle at the moment. I don't think Sanctuary really works on spells. Yeah, he's he's pretty much one-shotting me there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back here shortly. There are things I want in here, but I don't have to have them immediately. I'm going to call it quits on this one for now. And I'm going to steal the torch and leave. And we're going to go to Balmora, which is a one of the larger cities in the game. It's just a short distance away, but we're still going to take the Assault Strider.
Speak freely, friend.
Yes, okay, well, we're going to Balmora, so let's do that. Riding Assault Strider does take time. It will heal you slightly. As you can see, our magic has regenerated a little bit. Let's go ahead and wait till day just so you can get a good idea what this town looks like. I do have the Balmora trees on, so it adds a bunch of foliage. Looks really nice. It's a nice little area over there. Yeah, gentleman seems to be slightly confused on the roof there, but that's okay. Hello? Okay, fine. You're rude. Ah, now this is where I'm going to sell my illicit substances, which I left at Satanine. Okay, well, we're gonna be going back and getting those. After, you know what, I'll tell you what, I'm gonna take a short break. I'm going to split this into 2 parts. I'm gonna grab a drink. I'm going to
We make a special
maybe
trip
change
just
one. I'm using
hello.
OBS for those of you who are wondering to broadcast this onto a local file, which I upload to YouTube. I will tweak a couple of settings around here, see if I can't get my CPU usage down, and I will be back shortly. If you enjoyed the video, I'm glad. This is my first ever Let's Play, so if you have any suggestions, if you have any comments, anything negative, that's fine. I can take it. Please dish it out. I'll take any kind of commentary you have, any suggestions, any requests, anything that I missed that you might like to see, that you experienced players, anything that I missed that you think that someone who hasn't played the game before would like to see that I missed, you please let me know about that as well. And I will be back shortly.